You think he's underestimating your skills and your ability to switch stances?
No, not at all. You know, like he didn't fought southpaws, he didn't fought orthodox fighters, so you know he's been in the ring with a lot of fighters, and in his mind, he don't see nothing new that I can bring to the table.
So the ridiculous promotion of Canelo Crawford has given me lots of good ammunition.
Get some, baby!
Woo, first, let's take it back to last week when this photo was taken of Canelo and Crawford having dinner together. Like they're best friends.
I love you, man.
They're buddies, like they were family friends.
Terence Crawford has fired a warning shot at Canelo Alvarez, emphasizing his slick stance switching ability and declaring that if they meet, Canelo will be up against a fighter unlike anything he's ever seen. When asked if Canelo Alvarez has changed since fighting Floyd Mayweather, Terence Crawford said he's unsure. He noted that some fighters perform differently depending on their opponents, but believes Canelo is now more experienced and well-rounded after facing Mayweather. Crawford concluded with, "We'll see," keeping the outcome open if they face each other's
Canelo's skills today, do you think he changed a lot since the Mayweather fight, or is he the same fighter?
I don't know. I just think, you know, sometimes some fighters, you know, they fight to their level of competition, and you know, I think he's definitely more experienced, with more well-rounded, given the experience that he had in the Floyd Mayweather fight. So we shall see.
On the other hand, Oscar De La Hoya criticized the build-up to a potential Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford fight, calling it overly friendly and lacking the intensity fans expect. He pointed to a recent photo of the two fighters having dinner together as an example of poor promotion. De La Hoya believes that major fights should be fueled by rivalry and tension, not staged displays of friendship, and warned that without genuine anticipation, the matchup could lose its impact with boxing fans.
I mean, can you imagine Muhammad Ali or like Joe Frazier having dinner together? What? Can you imagine Mike Tyson and Mitch Green before a brawl? What the fuck? No boxing fan wants to see two fighters having dinner together.
We could have a dinner on Wednesday night.
We want bad blood. We want anticipation. We want to feel like an actual war is about to happen. Not fucking caviar and champagne together while they're staging their trilogy. Jesus Christ.
Oscar De La Hoya continued his criticism of the Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford promotion, calling the press tour forced and unconvincing. He mocked the lack of real tension, describing their trash talk as weak and their stage shove as scripted. De La Hoya also took a shot at Canelo's comments about possibly joining WWE, urging him instead to face David Benves in the ring. He suggested that if Crawford really wanted to get under Canelo's skin, he should bring up his past failed drug test and the controversy around tainted meat, implying that real issues would spark genuine animosity.
Alright, so after their dinner date together, Canelo and Crawford said on the press tour that I think started in Riyadh, New York, and Vegas. So here's a clip of their shit talking.
I'm very excited for this fight. We'll see. We'll see.
That's late, right? That is so late. Oh, and Canelo elaborated on his career plans.
Maybe you will see me in the WWE.
Okay, great, Canelo, but please first, before you fight The Undertaker, can you please fight David Benavidez? No. And here's the moment where the script told them to shove each other. I mean, come on. Anybody else not buying this drama?
Ain't nobody got time for
and
that.
Crawford, if you want to actually make Canelo mad, just tell the truth about him and his tainted meat.
And Canelo failed 2 drug tests?
And when asked what time the fight will take place,
I don't know.
My good friend Turkey Al-Sheikh gave an answer that left everybody puzzled.
What are we looking at here?
I mean, I'm sorry, Turkey, but what did you say?
However, Terence Crawford responded to the idea that Canelo Alvarez might be underestimating his skills, especially his ability to switch stances, by saying he doesn't believe that's the case. Crawford acknowledged that Canelo has faced both southpaws and orthodox fighters and has been in the ring with a wide range of opponents. However, he warned that while Canelo may think there's nothing new he can bring, he's in for a surprise when they finally meet.
Do you think he's underestimating your skills and your ability to switch stances?
No, not at all. You know, like he didn't fought southpaws, he didn't fought orthodox fighters, so you know he's been in the ring with a lot of fighters, and in his mind, he don't see nothing new that I can bring to the table.
Furthermore, Oscar De La Hoya mocked the confusion over the fight time, blaming unclear statements from Saudi officials and highlighting how Dana White might have to choose between UFC and the boxing event. He criticized White for dodging questions and resorting to insults, calling him a Neanderthal. De La Hoya also pointed out the irony of White refusing to work with him and Bob Arum while praising other promoters like Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren.
We'll have to choose whether to be present at the UFC match in Texas or the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And when confronted about his plans, Dana White simply chose to be the Neanderthal that he is, dodging the question and calling me a douchebag. I mean, it's ironic coming from the guy who's a walking billboard for affliction. I mean, we can all agree, if you look up the word douchebag, in the dictionary, Dana White's photo pops up. Dana went on to say he enjoys working with Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, but won't work with lunatics like De La Hoya and Bob Arum.
Oscar De La Hoya slammed Dana White, calling him a joke and saying neither he nor Bob Arum will work with him, and suggesting Al Haymon feels the same. He challenged White by saying he has many great fighters ready for big fights, while mocking White for lacking stars in the UFC and urging him to get his act together. De La Hoya also criticized White's personal appearance and behavior, pointed out the UFC's financial struggles, and ended with a strong defiant message directed at both Dana and Canelo.